What I'm most looking forward to, well, when I was a kid, I used to think about people doing big adventures, and I used to think that the big adventures were climbing Mount Everest, sailing around the world, going to the moon, and cycling Land's End to John O'Groats. And at 52 years old, I don't think I'm going to go to the moon. I don't like sailing, and I'm not going to climb Mount Everest. So this is like a real proper adventure, like an adventure of a lifetime, and I'm really looking forward to it. What I'm worried about is that something will go wrong. I don't cope very well with the nutrition, so I'm worried that I'll be sick or be poorly, and for some reason I won't be able to do it, and that will be gutting, so I really hope that doesn't happen.
I am most looking forward to doing this challenge because originally, and it wasn't necessarily on my bucket list, but knowing the women that started to sign up, I knew that it was an opportunity I wouldn't want to miss, because I don't think it will ever be the same again with other people. And my biggest, is it a fear? I don't know. I've got a few injuries that I'm concerned about, so just getting through. So my biggest fear is having to scratch myself from the event or challenge. So that's my biggest fear for that one.
What am I most looking forward to? Getting to the end, meeting new friends, ticking this off my bucket list. What am I most worried about? Oh, being away from home for that long, and the hills, and the distance, and everything in between here and there.
So the thing I'm most looking forward to is riding the bike a really long way. I'm really excited about that actually, because it's a massive challenge. I think getting to John O'Groats is going to be the most amazing thing, and riding through the Scottish Highlands will be really good. I think I'm most excited about that. So I think the thing I'm most worried about is the hills. I'm really not the strongest on hills at all. In fact, I would say I'm the weakest on hills. So I'm really worried about some of these hills. They're going to be a bit like that, and I'm not very good at hills like that. So if I can get through the hills, lovely jubbly.
What am I most looking forward to? I think the countryside, and seeing it change over the route and experiencing the different places and people, I think. What am I worried about? Actually bloody well doing it, actually. And yeah, getting there every day for 9 days and making it actually all work and not killing myself in the process. So, but you know, it'll be an experience, won't it? One way or the other.
So the reason that I'm doing this is because it feels like the challenge of a lifetime. Something that will be really hard with a really fantastic group of people, so just sort of to see if I can. And the thing that I'm most worried about is that I can't. So I guess we're going to find out.
What am I most excited about? I'm excited about seeing different places, challenging myself, cycling with a load of amazing women. What am I anxious about? The hills, and cycling in the towns, as I don't like busy traffic.
Right, so the reason I'm doing this is because I love cycling. I like cycling long distances. Never cycled this far before. Want to see how good or how I'm gonna be at the end of it. It's just yeah, that sense of achievement, just doing a long ride with really cool people, and yeah, just teamwork, I guess. The thing I am most worried about is actually cycling in built-up areas, cities. I ride rural all the time. Give me any distance, give me hills, give me anything, but I just get a little bit just not used to riding in cities. But I'm sure it'll be fine, hopefully.
is our hero.
Time for Manchester.
which have been awesome. I've enjoyed Scotland, Glencoe particularly, just made me cry, it was so beautiful. And I've enjoyed the really hard bits. I've enjoyed trying to see how tough I am and whether I could do it and whether I could pull myself through the tough bits. So it's been awesome, really awesome.
Guys, thank you very much. It's an open pizza.
Excellent.
I've been in 6 years of
Okay, so worst moment was when I cried like a baby because I was probably hungry. I've learned that now. And my best moment was probably yesterday when I actually realised I was going to make it to the end.
So what do I find most difficult? I think sleeping in strange beds with strange pillows seems to have had a strange effect on my body and my capabilities over the last week or so. So that's been quite tricky to deal with, mentally and physically. But having said that, it's been all about the whole journey from bottom to top, not top to bottom, and being with friends, laughing a lot, some crying now and again, happy crying, sad crying, but just experiencing the whole thing. So I think I don't think I'll forget that experience at all.
So the thing I found really tricky, well, there's probably two things actually. The first one was that I thought I was rubbish at hills, and I thought I would never make it because of the hills. And fair enough, I didn't make all of the hills because I had an injury, but the hills I did make, actually, I was really fine on them. And I think I'll take away from that I can do hills and that I am stronger than I think, because hills for me have always been like a big wall. They've been like the barrier that stops me from thinking of myself as a cyclist. So now I'm more confident that I can be that cyclist I think I am, really, in my head. The other thing is that endurance is a really big thing, and I always thought I can't do endurance stuff. When I've seen people do Ironman, I've thought, nah, that's just too much. But I've just done 9 days of it, and even through the toughest of times I still carried on, even through an injury, and managed it and done what I could do. So I think throughout the whole of the training, I've trained for endurance, and if you train for it you can do it. But without that training I don't think I would have ever been able to think that way, especially now where I'm thinking actually maybe I am an endurance person. I just need to manage the things that might niggle for the future, and I'll be able to do that. So other things I might take away might be the friendships and the fun that I've had on this whole journey from start to finish. It's been really tough, but I've loved it, and I would do it all again tomorrow if I could.
The thing I found most difficult was the off-road riding, but it was a massive learning curve, and I was with two off-road experts who were very, very gentle and very patient with me, and I learned some good off-road skills. The thing I'm going to take away is lots of belly laughing with the whole group, such good relationships built, and just the best time ever. Lots of smiles, lots of laughs.
So what was hard was actually facing my original fear that I'd be scratched from the event, and when I had my little crash, that my bike was going to be broken for the whole thing, and I wouldn't be able to ride from day one. And genuine, and it'd probably make her cry, my best thing I've got from this is the friendship with Caps.
Oh God, no.
It's been so funny. It's been non-stop belly laughter for shoresies. Over and out. That's a good one, wasn't it? Follow that, bitch.
Yeah. So the hardest bit was just the exhaustion. I was knackered, just so tired, but kept on chugging. And the best bit. Do I have to say that it's about a friendship? Do I have to say that too? Okay, it's this friendship that I made with this kid over here.
The baby.
And getting to John O'Groats, and she's such
Yeah,
a baby.
John
It's
O'Groats.
just so hectic.
So the thing that I have found the most challenging with Land's End to John O'Groats has been when people have got poorly, as when people are in pain and you don't know what line to tread between can we carry on, you need to carry on, to you need to stop because it's going to cause long-term damage. So people being poorly, I think injuries and stuff is the most challenging thing for me. And I guess obviously the thing that I've taken away from it, the best thing I've taken away from it, is the fact that everyone has completed it in their own fashion, and the fact that everyone as a group kind of together made it a journey for everyone. So everyone's completed the distance that you can do from Land's End to John O'Groats. We've all just done it slightly differently. So but yeah, I suppose my journey with it sort of goes back about 9 months really. So the challenge has been mostly getting people to the start line,
I knew once I got people to the start line, there was every chance it was going to get to the finish line together. So yeah, probably the 9 months leading up to it. And the thing I'll take away, there's so much I'll take away from it, like loads of stuff, like the training, how I would change the training for it, how I would change them, how I would speak to people about the mindset of it, but also I was quite pleased that I took a step back and let people learn for themselves, I think.